So nobody has any real clue what the hell is happening between the United States and Iran. You know, it's a will they, won't they type Ross, Rachel from Friends thing. Are they going to end up together? Are they not? What is happening? Nobody seems to know. In fact, we don't even know if peace negotiations are going to begin again. We don't know if we're just going to start bombing them again. We don't know because the entire thing is being run by a madman named Donald Trump. But one thing we do know is that on Monday of this week, Secretary of State Marco Rubio had to have a meeting with, members of the Senate to kind of give them an update. And we had one Democratic representative, by the way, who was also present at the meeting. There were some House members there, who told us that Marco Rubio was forced to admit that the 14-point memorandum of understanding and, of course, the subsequent deal this administration's trying to get is not as good, to put it mildly, as the deal that President Barack Hussein Obama had in place. Let me read you this. California Representative Sydney Kamlager Dove recounted Rubio's admission while speaking with Midas Touch's Pablo Manrique outside the Capitol, claiming that Rubio had said the Obama administration's setup was a real agreement with criteria and benchmarks and thresholds. This memorandum of understanding is just a signed piece of paper saying you're going to continue to talk about talking. So you should ask yourself, $100 and something billion later, what are these people doing with our money and our national security? So Rubio, in this closed-door meeting, right? Donald Trump can't hear him. He's not there. Has to go in there, senators, representatives, and tell them, like, look, okay, it's no Obama deal, but, we're kind of working on a thing. Granted, Obama's deal had benchmarks and thresholds and, consequences for things if things didn't work out the way we agreed to. And our deal, of course, has none of that. Just has a big old $350 billion pot of money that they can get their hands on. So, tomato, tomato, right, guys? It's not good. Marco Rubio is just the dumbest guy. Like, just genuinely so dumb. No common sense, no backbone, no spine, no nothing. And that, of course, is why Republicans want him to be the nominee in 2028, because he is just so dumb and pliable, he will be whatever you want him to be. So they want him because he is their little puppet. But the little puppet is actually destroying his future right now with this Iran war. That is going to be the albatross that hangs around his neck, and we've seen Marco Rubio try to think on his feet, and whenever he's going to get cornered by it, by reporters or on a debate stage, he'll fall apart just like he did in 2015 when Chris Christie absolutely annihilated him. Again, that's another clip that I love to go back and just watch occasionally because it's so damn fun. But Donald Trump might not have been at that meeting, but he does follow the news. He does see what people say about members of his administration. So I can't imagine how angry Donald Trump would be if he were to know that Rubio did say behind his back that your deal is nowhere near as good as Obama's deal. That would probably cause a little bit of friction in that White House, don't you think? So it seems to me, most important thing we can do is amplify that Marco Rubio said your deal sucks and Obama's was actually good. And we need to amplify that as loudly, share it as widely as we can, in the hopes that Donald Trump comes across it and it causes quite the blow up in the White House. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.